G'day, I'm Antonio, or Zinger, and today I'm just going to be looking a quick little overview of the VODs that you sent me. So, um, with regards to dash backing, like we were talking about before, it's important to get better at it, and not dash backing, sorry, getting grabbed when you're in shield, with an aid. It's important to get better at. I will say for these VODs, it didn't really come up a lot, you know what I mean? You were kind of just mainly winning. The Sora wasn't exactly pressuring it a whole lot. Maybe it happened in other games, but not really in the games that I saw. There was moments, but not really else. What I really saw though, and I've got the notes up here, is so I've got the notes. I just keep it. It's a weird thing I do, but I just keep it in my Google thing here. I'll open up my notes tab real quick, and I'll just paste it in there. Where can I do? There we go. Okay, so I had dash backing is only as good as your stage resource, and avoid holding nades against grab hairy characters, and down for optimizations. So one thing I really liked about the VODs actually was that you were using down for a lot more. Granted, I think you were looking more for singular reads than you were looking for like overreaching option selects, and that's okay. So we'll look into how you can kind of think of it differently. I'll show you how I think of it and how I think most snakes think about it. But yeah, firstly, I'm going to look at that stage positioning, and right here we've got it. Okay, so the thing I really wanted to talk to you about is that oftentimes in the corner you were getting to a spot where you couldn't dash back, right? Or you were kind of in the corner and you were kind of playing really reactively and waiting for the opponent to kind of mess something up, right? And the thing that I want to kind of talk to you about is that with punishing, when it's in the corner is only as good as your stage resource, right? And that's obvious, right? But how do you get back that stage? And do you get back that stage? So when you're in the corner like this, right? This is when dash attack is at its weakest, right? Because you can barely overcommit, pokes are really going to stuff you out, and you can't dash back, right? So what do? There are like a few core strategies, but essentially you want to use nades to try reclaim your stage back, right? One way you can do it is by doing a nade stance backwards and walking towards them. So you're dashing back with a nade, with your back facing them. And what that does is, if they poke you out, they explode. And if they don't poke you out, you roll back to the corner, and now you've got the win condition of a nade between you and the opponent, right? Another thing you can do, one thing that I do, is I jump off the stage, and then I B reverse nade here. Just like a simple way to get a nade out, which is really, really safe. Um, and another thing you could do is just slowly War of Attrition your way through with like a down tilt and try to poke your way to center stage. But effectively, you want to get center stage, right? Because Snake is actually really weak in the corner because, most of his burst options are very linear. And if he doesn't have any like nades or anything, then he's kind of cooked. Another way you can kind of reclaim the corner on platform stages is by having a C4 preemptively on one of these stages, on one of these platforms. Apollo Kage talks about it in a model of insurance. So having C4 there, if you lose stage control, it means you have insurance for when you really need stage control back, right? Which means that you can set up more nades because the opponent's going to be fed of C4. Um, yeah, that was fine. And also, he's just sleeping on the wheel there, so, you just gotta forward it there. Your standard little bread and butter. Nice call out. Interesting forward air. Nice establishing the win condition. Good jab. I actually really like that. And as you can see here, jab is so lagless, you know what I mean? So doing this, like if they were a super fast character, they would have gotten hit, you know what I mean? And good you could shield that into that. Nice B reverse movement. Yep, that's not too bad. Playing the Whiff Punish game. Yeah, be careful of Firaga. So, Firaga is insanely plus. Whenever he has fire, just play around it and honestly just camp him. There's no real reason to approach him. Firaga is genuinely his win condition. If you verse someone like Alistair, he will use that shit all the time. There's like 2 spots he can do it in, so he can confirm Firaga into Firaga by doing like a jump one. So, you know, if you shield that, you should be okay. In general, if you're just shielding, it's alright. It's not like safe enough to where like a grab will be, you know, a good mix-up afterwards. But yeah, it's a little bit of a freaky move. Fandaga does not break your up B, so don't worry about that. Oh, that's another thing, a little micro thing. So I actually, by the way, I did not know you could do this into forward air. That's a funny little spike thing you can do. But I saw sometimes what you would do is you would hold nade and then you would double jump back up, you know, to get the stall. With Snake, there was a stall that I used to do, which is nade into. Sorry, I'll just make sure that this isn't too loud. It was nade into back toss nade. What was it? So it was up B, back toss nade, down air dodge up. And that's a way you can do a really safe stall. Well, not too safe because you could lose it, but you know, like it's pretty safe. There, I'm sure you knew, but you could have done jab 2 into the up air, probably. It's pretty cool when you land that. Feels nice. Blizzaga's stupid. Nice safety there. I think you could have up it a little earlier, but that's fine. Good. Punishing the off ledge. Really good tool versus Sora. Okay, now you've got the corner. What are you doing? You know what I mean? So you got to try win it back. This was actually a nice way to win it back. Honestly, like you got very well. I love the way you're using jab. It's such a good poke tool. Really just gets people off you. And another thing, we're not seeing it a lot at this game, but one of the other notes I had was, you know, like don't grab nade against grab characters, and the reason why is because you're giving against fast characters, especially sorties and stuff. They want to grab you when you're holding nades, because if you are, they just get a new combo. You know what I mean? So we might see it here. I'm not sure though. But the thing about it is that, like, you know, fast characters, when you're holding nades against fast characters, you generally don't want to do it unless you're throwing it. Against slow characters, it's more of a mix-up, because you can also space around it, and you know, sorties still like to kind of throw around it, but just be careful with getting grabbed in those scenarios. Another thing I kind of want to look at is you did this F tilt, I think, instantly. Try get used to doing F tilt 1 and then reacting to what happens. It's a really good tool because people are so used to trying to punish F tilt 2 on shield that if you just do F tilt 1 on shield, you're actually a lot safer. Not that much, like it's still a minus move, but people try react to it, right? But also if you hit it, you can just do F tilt 2. It's something you can look into kind of practicing if you want. Nice C4, air dodge up. Good patience there. And just running in. Nice. Right over here though. This was something that really stood out to me. Is, you know, you were standing here and I think you were trying to react, right? But again, I mean, obviously online delay, but also, you know, you've got no resource to whiff punish anyway, right? And this dash attack beats a down tilt. So honestly, doing like a nade and then roll in would have been a little bit better. Or, you know, trying to win center stage some way. Reacting in the corner is a lot weaker as Snake because you don't have good whiff punish options. Like, especially your aerials suck, right? Well, like, you know, like stuck in the sense that, like, they're only good in advantage most of the time. Nice patience. Trying to go for the up tilt. Good. Yep. Just respect it. You can really disrespect the zoning by just throwing a lot of nades, and it just becomes an even sort of setup. Good. Not committing to the second F tilt on that actually. So maybe you do react. I'm not too sure. Just because, you know, it's hard to tell. So I'll just ask you if you react or not. Nice. Got the trade and wake up tilt. We take those. All right. Let's jump into this next game. These games are really quick, so and these kind of had most of the ideas that I wanted to look at. Let me just refresh myself, make sure that I... Okay, down throw optimizations. Yeah, okay. So we'll probably see down throw in this game, I think, if I remember correctly. Alright, good. Holding nade there. Nade, yep. Running behind the nade, very good. Could have shielded, but that's alright. What I would do there is whenever you down tilt someone like this, I always do a B reverse nade, because if they do mash out, the nade would have hit them and you could have shielded and then, you know, exploded into a trade. But that was a good idea, pulling the nade there. Down there, nice, good rolling, nice, setting up your win condition. I would have used that time to throw the nade out a little earlier, but that's fine. Got that trade. Down tilt. Oh, okay, yeah, that's another thing. As a general rule of thumb, don't use up tilt before like 85%. It might have. I don't think it kills fresh here, but in general, like the goal is that you want to keep up tilt turbo fresh, right? So if you hit it here, I think he survived, and that would have made your next up tilt kill like super late. So I will say like 85% is generally your go-to. Then hang on, what was that? Nice C4. Nice. Nade, nade. Covering yourself. Win condition. Nice. Winning the corner right there. Ooh, I would not. If you're gonna be sent up here, do it like a down air or something. You don't want to be in this tumble state. You know what I mean? Because it means that you can't fast fall. So I'd be wary about letting yourself be put in there. Good insurance there. Into the up air. That was nice. Nice, looking for that up air call out. What you can do is, since up air auto cancels really well, you could have just fast falled here and then followed with a dash attack. But, you know, good idea anyway. Okay, here we go. So, down for option selects. Okay, so you get the down throw, right? So the first thing I like to do is down air, because it beats out get up attack, and it beats out neutral get up, and it beats out wait, right? So it covers a lot of the options. What I've noticed is that the better a player is, the more likely they are to throw in doing nothing. But down air beats this, right? The second thing I like to do is dash shield. So if you do dash shield, dash attack, you beat both neutral get up attack, and roll out. So I would try use that. Another thing you can do is dash shield react, and if they did a get up attack, up tilt. If they did a neutral get up tilt, and if they did a roll out, dash attack. This gets you a lot of reward. Here I think you were just covering two options, which is neutral get up and roll out, which is fine. It's still really good, but you know what I mean. All right, crossing up. Nice. Calling out that bad approach into your reset condition near dash attack. Well done. I would have done. So you set up a nade. There is something to be said about snakes sometimes setting up nades for no reason, right? But what I would have done here is nade, shield, jump, and then probably looked to just land here and then force like something to happen, right? Because if you place the nade here, you're not really getting a whole lot. And imagine if they just grab ledge, well, like now you've got a nade here, you know what I mean? So I would have just gotten here and just reaction punished. Remember, his side B is really punishable in quotation marks. Whether he does the second one or third one or he does nothing, you can always punish it just by reacting. Or by doing shield drop F tilt preemptively. Then you'll cover both. Yeah, I don't. I know I mentioned this for the Ridley thing. Snake really gets nothing by challenging the ledge most of the time. You know what I mean? It's a really hard call out when you do. And to be fair, you are 3 stocks up. But I think, you know, if this ever happens, where you're a last stock scenario, never go for this challenge. Unless you really think they're not going to respect it. Well, they don't even have to respect it, you know, they can just throw out something, but, you know. Nice. Setting up the wall. Got the nade over there. A little bit of a juggle situation. That's alright. Getting the Rollins. Excellent nade. Throwing him here. Getting the win condition. Nice. Playing very evasively. Nice. Down throw. Yes. Excellent. Nice. Oh, that was an excellent frame trap right there. Dude, when you start using down smash good, that's when you know you're doing really well as Snake, because it's such a specific move, you know what I mean? Angle, nice. Looking for the side B here. Tried to go for the down smash, did not get it. The ice. And challenge with the back here. He was asleep on the wheel. Could have gone for the whiff punish there, but a little too late, I think. B reverse there for C4 would be really nice, but only when you get used to it, of course. I have a feeling you... I mean, this is just the win condition right now, is having... Oh, you could have done an up air there, but is having up tilt. So you don't need to approach them. Obviously, this is friendlies, but keep in mind that, like, any hit will build to your win condition anyway, so you can just camp them out. And also, nades start killing at, like, around 160 if you smash toss them. So you can keep that in mind. And I don't know what he was doing there, so get on. But yeah, so this was just a little quick VOD review. Hopefully I covered some of the bases that we were talking about last night or the night before. And yeah, keep on gaming.